Hi, this is Mark from longeverwatch.com. 2 days ago, did the Islander Wave Watch. Met with a lot of success as I promised in that video 2 days later today, Thursday, actually it's Wednesday, but on Thursday, I will release a couple more pieces, which I will show you shortly. I totally switched up what's on my wrists nowadays. My Mako USA 2 in white. I do not think they're making the white dial anymore, so glad I snagged one when they had them, and my Maxi Marine in blue. Let's see what these two new releases are, and then after this, the next thing probably you're going to see is a lot of the 43 and 38 millimeter restocks, and probably the next new style, I'm guessing, won't come out probably until November. That's my current guess. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so when the Islanders came out, the first one was a 43 millimeter diver. A lot of you said, hey, give me a 38. I gave you a 38. You were happy, but then you said, hey, give me a 40. So today I give you a 40 millimeter watch. Clearly not a diver. I wouldn't really consider it a dress watch. You might, but I don't think so. To me, this is more of an aviator style, judging by the big numbers, easy to read, clean dial. Aviator slash kind of an everyday piece, almost has an explorer type dial with the numerals. Call it whatever you want. I did not put it on an aviation strap, though I went with more of a simple strap, but I guess we'll get into all that in a minute. So let's go into the watch. There were two versions. There's a no date and a date version, which I'll show you in a minute. The reason why I guess I did a date and a no date was I didn't like, I'll be honest with you, the date version, which I guess will show you, eats the 3, and the 3 disappears, which is fine. I really wanted to tuck the date over here between like 4 and 5. But it just didn't work aesthetically. The dial just looked lopsided. So I said, you know what? I'll give them a date and a no date option and let them decide which one they want. Them being you, of course. So we have the ISL 53 and the 54. The 53 is the date. The 54 is the no date. But you'll figure that out when you get to the website. It is 40 millimeters in diameter. 13 thick to a, well, of course, what else is it? It is a domed sapphire crystal. Has a little bit of distortion there. You can kind of see it. Very slight. So I guess we would call it a single dome. Nice domed sapphire crystal. So on our lug tip to lug tip, we are at 47.5. Quite wearable, very comfortable. The case back, a first for the Islander. It is an exhibition case back. Not that the movement is gorgeous. It is an NH35, which is a Seiko movement. Hand winds hacks, 24 joules, roughly a 40-hour power reserve. Has a date feature. On the date model, that works. On the no date model, we do have a ghost position on the crown. I was not going to use NH38 movements for one series and 35s for the other. Simply and I had this question on the wave dial too. The 38s just weren't available yet, and I didn't want to hold up production, so I just went with the 35. If the ghost position kills you, I'm sorry, whatever. But there are no mechanics inside for the date. So you don't hear any clicking or anything. Where were we? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, strap. So the strap is it's a 20 millimeter. What was I going to do? 21, 21 and a half? No, it is a 20 millimeter lug. So my intention is that probably most people will put on a different strap. I'm guessing. It is stamped Islander. It is a nice leather strap. The clasp is signed as well. I guess while it's over, we'll look at the case back. Just a simple engraving, just like the divers. Islander, the logo, sapphire, and 100 meters of water resistance. The movement is nothing to shout about. Like I said, not really adorned, but it is cool to look at the movement. If you're a mechanical guy like me, it still looks really nice. The case is a combination of polished and brushed on top, and with a brushed bezel. Again, the difference in the date and the no date is just the date. Everything else about the watch is exactly the same. It is a screw-down signed crown, 100 meters of water resistance. So operation of the watch, you will unscrew the crown. It pops out. You can wind the watch. You can pull it out to change the time, and you can do one click to change the date and drive yourself insane if this bothers you. Sorry. Push it in, wind it. Screw it back down for 100 meters of water resistance. Let's see, I think I went over just about everything. Let's come in on the dial, except the price. I guess the price is important, right? The crystal has blue AR on the inside. So the price is $199, following in with the rest of with the pilot's watch, the non-dive style is $199. Right now, I seem to like a $199, $299 kick, except they have something special on them. So $199, I think it offers a lot of value for the price. We've got the nice lume. They light up very well. I'll show you in a minute. Not white, not green. It's somewhere in the middle. It's a little bit yellowish on the daylight appearance. So the hands are done in black, filled with lume. And then the seconds hand, I decided to go with a full orange seconds hand. And imagine this. I put the lollipop on the proper end. If you don't know what I mean, if you know what I mean, great. If you don't know what I mean, you'll figure it out. And then around the dial, we've got minute markers. Looks really cool, really nice. Fits really well on the wrist, very comfortable. The strap, like I said, is a black on black leather strap. Very simple, but it does the job. So let's check out, the hands have moved. Sorry about that. Whoops. Let's check out the date version. I'm just going to get the hand out of the way so you see the date. Yes, I did go with a white background date. I did it on purpose. I felt, again, my personal opinion, people that want a date that's visible. I felt on this watch, when I did the white on the black, I felt the date disappeared, which maybe you want aesthetically, but it was very difficult to read. So I went with the black writing on the white background. It almost balances the dial a little bit, but I still gave you a little nib of a 3 o'clock marker there. But that's it. Like I said, this watch is exactly the same as the one I just showed you. The crystal is not too curved, so it's a little bit picking up the lights, but not horrendous. I'll do a little bit backwards. So I'll give you a lume shot of both, and then I will try it on. So when I make watches or design watches, I want them to, if they're supposed to glow, I want them to really glow. So these glow extremely well. Extremely well. Very easy to read. They both look great. I don't know. There's really not much to say about it. Yes, I did lume the logo. Just looks super fantastic. You know, I was talking about the case back of the of this Islander, how it's really nothing to write home about looking at the movement. So I just want to compare to a brand, come on, Rotor, that really, you know, it does a little bit of work on the movement. Here's the back of the UN I was wearing in the opening segment. You know, finely polished, looks really nice. Good writing. Just beautiful. But of course, you know, we're light years away from a price point like this. So there it is on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. Again, I was looking at 47.5 tip to tip, so smaller than a 43 millimeter diver. Can see it fits me fine, whether it's above or below the bone. I do want to talk about the strap for 2 seconds. So here I am on the strap. I can go easily much smaller, and I can go longer. I don't have it under the other keeper, that's why it's sticking up like that. The strap is, and I made notice on the website, so I thought it was important. The strap is 120, I should remember this, 120 by 75. Your normal straps are 120 by 80. This is 120 by 75. I made it a little bit shorter because I feel like the watch is for slightly smaller wristed people, or the ones that are going to be looking for this, but still, it's I'm 6 3/4. I got another 3 holes to go, so I could easily bump this up to a 7.5, 7 3/4 inch wrist. If you added a deploying clasp. But I think on this watch, the beauty of it is going to be the strap options that you can apply to it. I think it's going to work with a lot of straps, especially straps with a hint of orange in them. I think it's going to work beautifully. So I'm about to close it up, and I don't know if I did a super close-up on the dial. So I will kind of do that now. I usually like to do it so you can get a good feel for it, and then we'll close it up. So the writing is done very well. The printing is very clear. It took me a while to get the fonts for the numbers right, and you know, I give props to guys or gals that are designing watches from the ground up. It is extremely difficult. There's so many choices and stuff that you can do. So you can imagine, you know, just picking a font for the number. This is actually a bastardized conglomeration of fonts. I feel when you get technical. But anyway, I think that's about it. Let me get Datey in here. That's about it. So this has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you 2 new Islanders. This will be the last 2 new releases, or the last new releases for a little bit of time. while we get some other restocks in, more stuff is coming in, and then I don't know, one, two, three, guys, I can't even say. I think there's at least another 12 or 15 new styles that'll be coming out within the next 4 to 6 months or so. Anyway, please like the video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel. Please follow me on Instagram, because I showed this watch like last week, so you would have known it was coming. Any questions or comments, put them down below, and I will be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.